It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from that NY, back with another one of that ROD pod. For those that don't know who I am him, June said NBIC. And again, I represent that ROD. I want to give a shout out to the YouTube family. Want to give a shout out, thanks and honor to the creators. Want to give a shout out to the ancestors and for every single person, the deities that hover over us to guide us and waiting for us to connect back to us. Round of applause for that. Hope you guys having a phenomenal one, man. I always is. And we gonna dive straight into it, man. And I wanted to talk about Deuteronomy chapter 28. I want to talk about Deuteronomy chapter 28. Why do I want to speak about Deuteronomy chapter 28? You know why I want to talk about Deuteronomy chapter 28? Because this was a blueprint to our enslavement. A blueprint into our enslavement. A blueprint into our enslavement. And not only was it a blueprint to our enslavement, somewhere down the line, it made it to us to the point where we believed that what Deuteronomy chapter 28 speaks about was justified because we was the disobedient ones. But what I don't understand is, if we are the disobedient ones, then why is Africa, which you guys considered not part of the land, suffering? And this is for the Hebrews and for the Bantus. I want to know, where can you trace this understanding outside of the writings given unto you by the oppressor? Deuteronomy chapter 28 was the blueprint into our enslavement. I really want you guys to think about this. Let me pull this up. Because I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. Let me pull this up. This was the blueprint into our enslavement. Check this out. This is how the colonizers, the evil ones, the wicked among them, this is how this was presented unto you, Alkebulan. You know I'm going to have to pull this up. This is how. Hold on. Do I got a share screen already? Right there. No, it's not it. Oh, well, we're not going to be looking for it. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. So I'm going to show you guys how this was literally the blueprint into the justification into our enslavement. This is how these people pitch this ideology to you. They came into your space. You, as a black man, never knew what Zeus, Jesus, Rome, and whatever nonsense these people was worshiping. We have no connection to that. Here you are minding your business. People come as mercenaries, aka missionaries, and they come to deliver the good news. A good news, for one, we didn't understand. For two, we didn't want because it does not resonate with us. We thought we thought it was comical. We laughed. Thought it was a very joke. We thought you was playing a game, just like how you see us now. When you come into our space, we laugh because we don't take you serious, right? And when we didn't take that serious, you then went back. And your kings, whether it was King James or the King of Spain or the King of Berlin, wherever your kings dwelled, your king said, oh yeah, that's how they functioning? Bring the troops. So now when the troops came and they maliciously violated and colonized and then did all the bloodshed, and then when the smoke clears, because we was always angry and we just wouldn't let up. So they needed to figure out, how can we calm these people down? It was Deuteronomy chapter 28. Deuteronomy chapter 28 was what was used when they came into his space and did what they did. Because it says, "And thou shalt come to pass if thou shalt not hearken unto the Lord." Because when we came the first time, you rejected them. You rejected our Father. You rejected our Yahshua, Yahushai, and all these Hebrew names. You rejected that. So because of that, we was ordered to come. God sent us to give you a beating. Because when they first came, they said, listen, if you follow us and you do what we tell you to do, you're gonna be on high. You're gonna be on high right along with us. You're gonna be on high right along with us. All you gotta do is submit yourself unto our God. And when the people rejected, some accepted, like King Alfonso. But when the people rejected, it was met with what you call crusades, or what you call jihads. This was literally the blueprint into our enslavement and the justification into our enslavement, into the acceptance of you into this enslavement. Because now we as black people are now saying, because our ancestors was disobedient unto a commandment that nobody never knew of, is the reason why innocent children was fed to alligators. mothers tied to horses and split in half. These evil atrocities took place under slavery because of a God said that we was disobedient and we didn't keep the laws. I mean, damn, I thought we was your children. Why would you want your children to suffer in such magnitude? But they used Deuteronomy 28 to justify our enslavement. This is the blueprint into our enslavement. Now, you guys is probably wondering, damn, Jules, how did this even come into your minds? Yo, I'm driving and I'm just sitting and I'm thinking about, I was listening to a sister speak and she was just so adamant, and I want her to come on the show. She was just so adamant about trying to let the people know that how can we worship the same God of our oppressors? How can we walk into the same church of our oppressors? Knowing that these churches was something we forbid. Once upon a time, we was forbidden to even enter. Why? And she started saying the things that I've been saying, the things that I've been noticing. And how disconnected we are from us. We know more about European literature and history than we know about ourselves. That becomes a problem. Because you then gonna start to analyze and critique your very own from the eyesights and understanding of these people. The same people that change your Alkebulan name into a property owned. You carry the last name of your property owner who still makes money every year off your ass. This is what you call income tax. This is what you call income tax. You're keeping their children in the best schools, driving the nicest cars, getting the easiest jobs with the top pay, all on your behalf. And didn't realize that Deuteronomy chapter 28 is the reason why this thing is still as powerful as it is. Because we as individuals has come to the conclusion that this was our ancestors' wrongdoings, and we are the ones that's, I guess, getting the short end of the stick, and we are the ones that gotta clean up, and we are the ones that's probably gonna be the only ones to clean up, and everybody else is going to die and suffer and go to hell and do this and do that. Meanwhile, how can the people go to hell when your God is the reason why we're here in the first place? Your God is the reason why we're here in the first place. And the same God has yet decided to say, you know what? I'm tired of seeing what's going on to my people. Let me put an end to this. I mean, how can a God and call us his children could sit back on a throne, look down, and observe Emmett Till getting his face bashed in until he died? And watch these same people then lynch somebody and then and burn a cross. And that cross is supposed to mean something to you. I'm really trying to process this. How long shall we wait? How long shall we wait? And if you want to go according to the Biblos, everything is out of wax. The time, the date, the locations, everything is just left field. This is facts. Everything is left field. The only thing that's remaining for us, is the skin on our is the color of the skin on our bodies. Deuteronomy chapter 28 was the blueprint into our enslavement. They pitched this ideology to us, guys. They say, yo, bro. You know, when we came here, you was doing pagan stuff. You was following heathenistic nonsense. And the Lord sent us here to restore order. And because of your rejection and your denial, we was ordered by the Lord to enforce severe punishment for your evil doings. And not subscribing and not bowing your knees, because the Bible said that every knee shall bow. And when the man did not bow his knees, the man was end up being amputated. We're going to talk it. And when the man did not bow his knees, that man became amputated. And when that girl and that daughter and that mother wanted to go into the back and bed down and touch the waters and summons Okun and O'Shea, they was slaughtered. They was beaten. They was raped. They was burnt alive. All because you did not submit yourself unto the Lord. When we was in Europe, in the Council of Nicaea and everything that came along with it, it was ordained by Lord, the Lord, Zeus, Jesus, Jesus, Yahweh, whatever you want to call them, that this gospel must be preached to the four corners of this earth, then the end shall come. But what you people fail to realize, that precept was to let you know what this world was going to be in the future. Hence, where we at today. Every knee has bowed unto Jesus. Every race, every nationality has submitted unto a religion. And what do all these religions has in common? None of it has any hands-on by Alkebulan. All these religions come with every other nation, nationality, but Alkebulan. And guess where they pitch it the most? Alkebulan. And with Deuteronomy chapter 28. And when you didn't want to submit, they told you what the Lord was going to do. Let me read what they said the Lord was going to do. All right, let's go down to 15. We're not gonna waste no time. These are all the curses. And remember, they knew that we was the cursed people before we even knew that we was the cursed people. You see, they already had it established that they was going to take their talents unto the cursed people because the Biblos justify what they was going to do. And guess who they call the cursed people? You. And they're here still taking advantage of you because of stuff like this. Let me read this. Curse shall thou be in your city. So for a Christian believing individual who already sees you as the cursed people, of course you shall be cursed in your city. Of course you shall be cursed in your city. And you're going to be cursed in the field. Did you not hear about the news about this young man in Mississippi and his body was found and all his organs and everything was removed? Oh yeah, that goes on. That goes on. Yeah. Right? Cursed shall that be in the baskets in thy stores. This is why they're raising the prices on the food that you need to survive. This is why they're shoplifting, taking your identity. All of these things is happening right in front of you. You see, the system is designed to listen. This Biblos and religion is literally the oil for this system. And if this system is being run, like it can't function without this writings right here. When I see this, it shows me a blueprint. And I don't want to say an example, an excuse into why they do what they do to us. This right here. Just read it. Take your time. Take the religious foundation. Take the religious aspect out of it. Look at it as a logical, psychological individual who can see the damage of people. And then you can look at something like this and see that, this is literally a manual. This is literally a blueprint on what they was going to be doing to us. And what they're going to continue doing to us, and why it's justified, and why they could go sleep good at night, and why they believe that when they die, they're going to go to heaven, because they're doing God's will. This is the Lord's will, and they're only fulfilling prophecy. Whether you are a Hebrew, whether you are a Bantu, or whether you're a European, everybody believes that they are fulfilling prophecy. Come on. It says, cursed shall thou be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, thy increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. What do you think is going on in Alkebulan? Thousands of people is being murdered right now. And there's no news coverage about it. You know what the fight is for? These phones that we have, these Teslas that you're driving, all of these AIs that just needs battery and charge. Yeah. Those are those are the people that saying, nah, we see what's going on in the world. Why are we not getting no money? Why are we still living like this? Why are we still eating like this? And when the people started complaining, you know what they do best? Send one of their owns, one of the sellouts, to sell out and shut their mouths. And that's exactly what they've been doing. But there's no news coverage. You know why? Because stuff like this, you all curse people. Nobody's going to care about cursed people. The God said that these things are supposed to happen to you. Whether this is Old Testament or you can use the New Testament and believe that these things has to happen so the end shall come. Matthew 24, guys. Think about it. Grab yourself a Bible and read it. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever and with a inflammation and with a extremely burning and with the sword and with the with the bleeding and with the mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. So everything that you see going on in this world, when you wondering why these people have such hatred for you, they don't have no hatred. They're just following the blueprints of their gods and their lords. Look, listen, in order for them to remain on top, it's required for them to provide some level of sacrifice. And not only just the sacrifice, they also need spiritual bound people to give them strength. Because when we give praise unto their gods, we give them the double extreme power. And you ever notice that after you finish giving all of that extreme power, you end up feeling weak? And then your boss will come in Monday morning and he will say, man, I had a phenomenal week. I just don't know. I woke up and I felt amazing. And you woke up Monday feeling dreadful. You ever wonder why? You ever ask yourself why? You ever ask yourself why is there only a handful of gods I'm only allowed to call on? There was many of gods prior to Yahweh, Yahushua, Yeshaya, Mesindisi. There was just many of gods. You ever ask yourself why they only gave us literally a handful of gods to hover our lives around, for us to hover our lives around? Think about it. You ever ask yourself why it's always just Allah, then it's just Jesus, then it's Yahweh or Jehovah, and then you got Yeshaya, and then you got Ahaya? You ever notice that it's whatever God, but it's always under a foundation, and it's literally a list of gods that they give you? When somebody says, we found the name of God, and then you say, what's the name? And they'll say the name. And then you say, what's the source? And then they'll say the source. And then you say, oh, so what's the source name? And then you'll find out, oh, it's one of them. And then this is what we use to justify who we are. We literally using the works and the writings of the people that change your name to now gonna put things out there to deliver your name. Yeah. I just want you guys to really think about that. I really want you to think about that. Deuteronomy chapter 28 was literally a blueprint into your enslavement and to the justification into your enslavement unto this very day. You can say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying to be true. So when you wondering why is hatred and why is this and why is that, they don't hate you. They got an obligation to fulfill. And always remember, it can't be two kings in one castle. And now that they're in that seat and it feel good, they said it out their mouth and they removed this video, old video. The man said, listen, we would destroy the entire world before we ever give up our position. I seen that with my own eyes. I seen that with my own eye, old video. And I think I seen that on Doggy Diamonds. This is old. We talking about 2007. Facts. But the justification of your enslavement is Deuteronomy chapter 28. And now they have sent minions to come into the black community to brainwash the black people into accepting it for another 400 years. Black people waking up, black people becoming rebellious, churches is having less and less people. Bring the Power Rangers outside. Here comes the Power Rangers. They come, phew, stand on your corner. I know, because I used to do it. And I used to do it well. Until I realized that I was sending my people into a real spiritual hell. And when I see how people was moving very unmanly, when I see men being more emotional and sensitive as females, when I see men felt entitled to give ultimatums and say it's either you're here or you out there. This is coming from groups of people that says that this is a brotherhood, this is family. I know. So these are the people now that's standing on these corners trying to make brothers accept this blueprint. So now when we see somebody get shot, killed, etc., we say things like this. See? This is what happened when you ain't walking with Jesus. See? This is what happened when you ain't walking with Yahweh, Yeshaya, Messindici. You see, when you're not walking with them, these are the things that happen to you. This is what we have now. Literally have become completely hypnotized to the point where literally justifying our enslavement, and no better person to do it than your very own. So when somebody try to talk about Deuteronomy chapter 28, I could show you, my brother, why you enslaved. Always let them know that prior to slavery, we ain't know nothing about this. In fact, Christianity was not even proposed to black people until 1625 or 1629. Remember, we was there since 1616, if not earlier. Why didn't they want us to participate in their religion? But if you're saying that this is something that was ours, then why did it take so long for us to resonate? Why did it take us following or converting into Christianity, which Christianity is a small fraction of Hebrew? And if we are the Hebrews or the Bantus, if we are these people, then why was it so hard for us to convert? Knowing the brutalness these people was doing. Why was we so rebellious? If this is something that we was already doing. The only time the Israelites changed their religion and their beliefs, listen carefully, people, I'm about to tell you some food right here. The only time they changed their beliefs is when they was under the Sumerian captivity and the Babylonian captivity. You can read that in your Biblos. It's the only time. Every other time they was able to keep their own religion, customs, traditions. And if this is something that we was doing for thousands of years, when Christianity came, or should I say, when we knew that this new version would come, and we took Christ's word and we fled into the mountains, how come when this word came to us, it was hard for us to convert? I really want you guys to think about that. I really want you guys to think about that. And let the facts set you free. Let the facts set you free. Deuteronomy chapter 28 was just a blueprint to your enslavement, a justification into your enslavement, a worldwide establishment of your enslavement, and a continuous, prosperous, longevitous of your enslavement. And with that being said, people, it's your brother man from the motherland, came to you guys live. Once again, continue supporting, like, comment, share, and subscribe as you see it in the background. And remember, people, I am him, Jones, the MBIC, a.k.a. Mr. Keep My Foot on You Heathens, He Grows, in the newly installed Heathenite Snacks. And remember, if it's your first time, hope it's not your last time. If it's your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, that means I'm still on your mind. That means we got to stay on that grind, because you know it's about that time. Time for what? Time for you guys to go get yours. Because I am on that journey to go get mine. Remember, people, I am him. Are you dumb or are you dumb? And I'm going to holler at y'all.